Have you ever heard that overweight people are always happy? Well, I don't know if you ever heard this phrase, but I grew up with that basically, and it's not just a stereotype because this statement isn't entirely false. But why? You wanna know why food and happiness are such close buddies? Well, let me tell you. So, the first time that I saw this topic, this thing, was when a close friend of mine was saying that Nutella is basically the happiness hormone. And I was laughing at her like, okay, as you say, blah, blah, blah. But she was right, actually. And why this happens? Well, three reasons. First of all, biochemical side. So there are three hormones involved. The first one is the serotonin. So basically, when carbs stimulate the release of insulin, because these will help the tryptophan to go to the brain because they have the same carriers basically. So when we have more carbs, there is, in a certain way, more space for the tryptophan to reach the brain. Yes, this leads to more fatigue, to be honest. That's why we feel like tired after, but at least we feel happy. And that's why it's so common that food is related to happiness. Then the dopamine, because of course sugar and fat activate the reward circuit, and we have like the spikes of dopamine levels, and so even the pleasure, let's say, yeah. Then endorphin, because certain food stimulates the endorphin. So it's like, yeah, kind of painkiller because we feel relaxed and satisfied, like pleasure, yeah. But it's not just that. There is even the cultural aspect because let's not forget that history is full of periods when the famine was like very common. Yeah, we just consider nowadays when food is everywhere, is in every supermarket, we can have like everything. Except if you live in third countries, I don't know how it's called, but except if you live in very poor countries, in the other part of the world, basically, the food is totally super abundant. So yeah, now we don't consider that anymore, the famine periods, but the past was characterized by famine periods, and being like overweight was like associated to be like in a good condition, in a positive condition, and was even attractive at that point. Now is the opposite, I know, but at that point it wasn't. And plus, being big and cheerful was like another stereotype, because basically big people were always happy, cheerful, this kind of stuff. So yeah, this was like something that was associated with food. And the last one is the psychological aspect, because of course humor and laughter often becomes some copy mechanism strategies in order to mask insecurities, because you look like happy even when you're not. So basically you pretend to be happy in order to hide basically your insecurities. And this is so common. And well, this was even my copy mechanism, to be honest. And this is actually my copy mechanism. When I feel insecure, what I do, I try to be funnier, happier. I mean, at least in the past. Now, I don't know. But yeah. And why I'm talking about this? Because in these days I was starting to feel a bit like I was sharing some shorts. And in order to do those shorts, I was cutting some pieces of the long forms of these YouTube videos, basically. And I was noticing that I was like, grumpy. I was like, bad sign. And of course, yeah, when I went to see my last days, yeah, of course, I'm documenting everything every day, and you see. But even though I didn't change much, like almost 5,000 calories in 2 weeks, that is good. Actually, it's very low. But to be honest, yeah, I need to consider that I had a big spike when I got drunk. And from there, basically, in 10 days, I lost 7,500 calories. So this is kind of, yeah, okay, but a lot at the same time. So it's normal that I feel this way. And well, this is normal as well, because diets, especially when are over restrictive, basically have the opposite effect, because the serotonin drops and the mood is down, and you become a kind of irritable. I don't know how do you say this. Actually, an angry person. And to be honest, last August, when I was in my peak condition, I was a awful person. Awful person. And yeah, I'm expecting to become a bit, let's say, more negative, less happy, like, I don't know, a bad persona, let's say. So in order to mitigate this, because it will be totally normal when your body fat will go very down, you will feel very bad. So of course, due to the low serotonin, low dopamine, deprivation, stress, of course, well, we don't lose just the weight, but even the smile too. So I decided to try a new solution. So to put, like I said, like more laughs, more lightness in the group as well, in the community, in order that this can stimulate like more happiness, and maybe even to make the journey easier, let's say. Because, what I wanted to do is even to check for something that was funny and enjoyable every day. This is like on my daily targets, as you see from my day summary videos, basically. And I was struggling the last few days, and then I realized why. And what I want to do is, if every day I try to share something that is funny, maybe first of all I see more funny content. Second of all, maybe I can make the journey of someone else even lighter. I don't know, because of course I know that I will be bad, and well, if I started already, because I saw my videos that were a bit grumpy, I was like, this is not the real me, because the real me is a kind of always happy person, because this was my coping mechanism in order to hide my insecurities, blah blah blah. So I grew up like being always funny, self-irony, happiness, this kind of stuff. But I realized in those videos that I was struggling already, and we are just at the beginning. Yes, will not last long. So my goal with this journey, with my programs, with my clients, is always to make the diet program as short as possible, because as I always say, my program, it will be called like La Dolce Vita formula. So I want that people enjoy the life, enjoy the food, but of course we need a small period of, I don't want to say restriction, but let's say a caloric deficit. This is the truth, because if you want to lose weight, we need to be in a caloric restriction. And to do that, you need to be patient for a period of time. Yeah, of course, what I don't want is that people will be on diet for life. This is so common, and I don't want that. For me and for the others, of course. And well, in the meantime that they need to do to face this phase of caloric deficit, I want to share as much enjoyable things as possible. And because Eliana, the nutritionist of the team, basically is in her, she said, in her funny period, like she's sharing with the group some, I don't know, cold funny memes, something like that. The bad jokes, let's say, that don't make me fun, don't make me laugh normally, don't make me fun. Don't make me laugh usually, but yes, some of them are good, to be honest. So I was like, well, we can use this part in order to promote her funny part, first of all, and then to start a comedic side of the group, of the community, where there are some jokes, humors, and this kind of stuff that are non-offensive for anyone. So be general, be like not personal, anything. So very general, or some self-irony if you like it, like I do. But in order to make other people's journey lighter, better. Well, that said, I hope this can help, and let's go all in. Feel free to share if you join the group, and no worries. let's try to take it easy. Life is just one. Let's try to enjoy it. I'll see you inside the group.